Awesome. So I am here with Taylor. Taylor is out in Washington. Super excited to have you, man. I know that you've been with us for quite a long time, so I really appreciate you doing this with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And really quick, I know that you obviously got started in our program a while back, but how did you initially hear about us? Was it through an ad? I think it was, right?
It was through a Facebook ad scrolling through.
Awesome. And you must have just seen some of our marketing and it resonated with you, and you decided to book a call and jump in, I guess.
Absolutely. I was looking at a few different ad programs, I guess, or social marketing programs, and then just landed on your guys. Seemed to click with what I was trying to do, and you guys have been great to work with.
Awesome. Yeah. And with that experience, I know that obviously we have a ton of people coming through our marketing, but when you decided to actually jump in, I know this was a while ago, but like, how did you find that onboarding experience with us when you did decide to jump in?
Yeah, everything is a process, right? And fine tuning it. So there are definitely speed bumps along the way, but you guys were right on top of them. You were more than willing to correct them and work with me and fine tune what needed, what would work on my side. And so, yeah, things that worked for me was the Excel file versus a CRM. Things that also worked with me was the lead flow that was coming in was excellent. People booking appointments. So yeah, like any new thing, it's just dialing it in and what's going to work for both sides.
Yeah, totally. And it really just kind of comes to adjusting on both sides to find that happy medium of exactly what's going to work, which is
Yeah.
super awesome to hear. And then in terms of support and like actually going through the program, how did you find like the ongoing support and really the help as you went through?
Oh yeah, Ryan, you have been great with responding to texts and emails at all hours of the night when I'm trying to figure stuff out. So that's been awesome support. And then is it Neil? I'm trying to remember the new guy that came on kind of halfway through. I think it is
Yeah,
Neil, right?
Noah.
Noah, close enough. Sorry, Noah. So yeah, Noah that came on about halfway through when I was going through my whole campaign with you guys. So Noah having that extra layer of support and knowledge base on the Facebook side of things, and just someone you can jump on a Zoom call with, do screen share with, and have that ability to get your questions answered. It's so hard actually nowadays trying to call customer service lines and whatnot, but you guys are more than willing to jump on a Zoom call, do that screen share like I mentioned, and just help us out.
Yeah,
So
totally.
great.
Yeah, we try to open up as many avenues as possible with the text messages that you're able to send, booking the weekly calls and stuff like that, which seems to be super helpful based on the feedback that we get. And just in terms of the actual leads, I know you mentioned some pretty good volume, some pretty good quality, people going in and booking straight to your calendar. How would you compare that to some other lead services or what you were basically doing before to generate leads?
It's way better than going door to door knocking. The leads come to you. But what I was doing before, I would work my full day at my regular job. This was a transitional phase for me from a sales job I was doing before, and then getting into solar sales. So I'd go work my 10-hour day at my regular job, then go and knock on doors from about 6:30 to maybe 8 when people started saying, "Hey, what are you doing here so late?" And that was my lead gen source. That's all I had time for to build my client base. And so when I found something that I could have leads come in passively, basically, while I'm working my day job, while I was in that transitional period between going to my regular sales job to a solar sales job, this I can't even put a value on it because it helped out so much that I could be at my day job, get leads coming in, call those leads at night or call them in real time, and then I'm able to book the Zoom, grab the power bill, and move on with the sale. Allowed me to spend more time with my family and the people that I care about. So it was a huge help.
Awesome. That's great to hear. And in terms of, I know you just touched on it a little bit, but in terms of the quality of the lead that comes through, this is obviously a massive question that we get all the time. How did you find the quality of the leads that you were, speaking with and touching base with and booking appointments with?
Generally, people were interested. You're going to get the few people that didn't remember clicking on the ad late at night or something like that as they're scrolling through, but that just comes with anything, any lead gen process. Even when I was knocking on doors, people forgot that I had been there to knock on their door. So that's just part of it. And so with your guys' process, people had to fill out a questionnaire, fill out some information about themselves. So there was a little bit more of work done on their end, which solidified the lead. And then once the funnel was fine tuned over the first, gosh, it was probably 3 weeks, maybe a month, and then it continued to get fine tuned there. The leads became more and more interested, willing to send the power bill, willing to move on with the sale. And yeah, it was just great. It's good times.
Totally. Awesome. And okay, great. So let's talk about a little bit about just the sales and stuff like that you've actually been able to do. And I know it's a little bit hard to put a number on it just because you've been with us for
Sure.
so long, but
Yeah.
just an approximate number of how many deals you've actually think you've been able to do in the program, either just yourself or the entire company as in a general matter.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd say it's well over 1,000 kilowatts. I was bringing up my with your guys' program and leads because not only did I have a lead list on an Excel spreadsheet, but I was able to give that lead list or the people that didn't respond to other sales reps to start on and to start off of. So I scrubbed the list, then somebody else scrubbed the list, and then three or four other sales reps scrubbed the list. So that list continued to give and give and give, even beyond my ability to close the sales and people that responded. You know, I'm closing in on $5 million worth of sales right now in the 18 months into solar, and a huge portion of that came from the Facebook leads and Ryan, you and your team. So yeah, thank you guys. It's been a lot of
Awesome.
fun.
That's incredible to hear. That's wonderful. And final question for you, man, is just what would you say to someone who is taking a look at our program that might just be on the fence and just wondering if they should do it?
Absolutely. I would say do it because it's going to be well worth it. You have to work the program. You have to call your leads. If it's not working for you, you're not working it hard enough. And that's what ultimately it comes down to. You have to be diligent about calling your leads, calling your people back, setting reminders for yourself. If someone does say, hey, call me back in a few months, make sure you do that. So it's just all those things, but it ultimately comes down to you have to work it and it's going to work for you. It's a proven system. And yeah, if I could go back and do it again, 100%, I would do it in a heartbeat and probably faster. So yeah,
Awesome, man.
thank you guys.
Well,
Yeah,
hey, thanks so much again. I really appreciate this.
absolutely, Ryan. Thank you.